Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here, and in this video I am going to be sharing with you what you should and shouldn't buy or invest your time in 2024. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this photography video. If you're finding that your computer is running quite slow, but you bought it a year or two ago, especially when it comes to photo editing, chances are you are using an external hard drive. It might even be the same one. I know this is a pretty popular brand, but if you find that it's taking a long time not only to use the computer, but to import and export your photos, I want you to look into purchasing this, which is a solid state drive, also known as an SSD. A solid state drive is much faster than an external hard drive, simply put, because there are no moving parts. Seriously, it might not be your computer that needs an upgrade. You might just need to go and purchase a solid state drive. I use both. What I do is I use the external hard drive as a backup. You can also, of course, backup images on a solid state drive, but with a solid state drive, this is what I have all of my active projects on. And once I'm done with the projects and I've delivered the images to my client, then I'll transfer those files onto the external hard drive. So the solid state drive is what I am using to actually edit my images on. Everything that I mentioned in this video, I will have linked down in the description box below. For the rest of the points, I want to be talking about buying back your time. If you haven't invested time into optimizing your website yet, now is the time to do so at the very beginning of the year. Get it out of the way and done. The great thing about websites is you do not have to keep up with any algorithms or trends. You just need to have a solid professional website that displays your work, shares about you and what makes you different, and how to book you in a seamless way. Squarespace is sponsoring this video, and they make it easy to build out a professional, beautiful website in just under a weekend. You can start with one of dozens of their designer templates that are plug and play, or get more custom like myself. I actually invested in 2019 in a totally custom coded website after a couple of years of using various Squarespace templates. I have not had to update much since then, other than swapping out some images to keep it a little bit more current. Whereas with social media, we are constantly chasing the algorithm and those vanity metrics. What makes Squarespace different is that it is an all-in-one platform. So you can not only have your website, but you can also host your domain. Squarespace is constantly evolving, so you can also host your email list for those who are looking to launch digital or physical products. They also offer e-commerce, and something new that they've rolled out are membership sites. Squarespace is drag and drop, plug and play. There are so many different widgets and third-party apps that you can integrate into your website, including booking. So if you really want to have your client onboarding process go as smooth as possible, you can have your calendar synced in the website for your planning calls or for those who are interested in booking a discovery call with you. For most of us, we are building out our website in the late hours of the night, and they have the most helpful help desk where you can get virtually all of your questions answered with different troubleshooting options. And if you still need help, they offer 24/7 live chat. This might be the push you need to start or finish your website. You can head to squarespace.com for a 14-day free trial, and when you are ready to launch your beautiful new website, head to squarespace.com/Jessica Whitaker for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. I want to talk about something that might be a bit controversial, but it's really perfect timing if you are watching this video in the new year. And this is coming from someone who offers these products. There are so many online courses and workshops, styled shoots that are about to launch that are so tempting to dive into, but instead of spending your money on those online courses when you most likely have a larger to-do list of things you need to implement in your business, such as your website, spend the money you would be putting into an online course in a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is somebody who you bring on who can help aid in tasks in your business without having to hire an employee or a subcontractor. I have a recommendation for a virtual assistant agency that is fair pay. They are based in North America. I've been using them for going on 2 years. I will have them linked down below. And what they can do is virtually anything behind the scenes in your photography business that you either do not have time to do, that you do not want to do, or that you want to implement in the future. For example, maybe you've wanted to create a really beautiful PDF welcome guide for your wedding photography clients, but you haven't had time to complete it or to even get started. A virtual assistant can do that for you. They can also handle the daily tasks in your business, such as email inbox management, social media management, responding to DMs and inquiries. What I'm saying is, instead of adding more to your to-do list by participating in an online course, have a virtual assistant help you tackle the tasks that need to be completed so that when you go to buy an online course, you have the space to implement what you learn rather than feeling even more overwhelmed. You can make a to-do list from what you've learned in the online course and what you want to implement, and have your virtual assistant help you out in that way as well. Number 4 is to invest in your physical workspace to make it more productive. And I'm not talking about buying more stuff. You don't need a new calendar. You don't need cute desk things to make you inspired. Yes, it's all fun, but first you need to invest the time in actually clearing your workspace out in a way that makes you feel organized and at peace when you sit down at the desk. What I mean by investing in your physical workspace is investing the time into either clearing your desk and organizing it out, maybe decluttering the drawers or your closet. It could also look like carving out a corner in your bedroom that you can put a small desk in. This also could look like when you have the day off to spend editing photos at your desk, taking 20 minutes to get ready for the day. I know that editing days are typically lazy days, but go take a shower, wash your face, do your skincare, and swap out your sweatpants for a fresh pair of sweatpants. Next up is something really simple, and that is time batching your tasks. Spend 20 minutes at a time focusing on one thing. So such as answering emails, culling photos, prepping content, and posting to Instagram. I am somebody who is all over the place and I have to catch myself. And so a tool that I use, a Pomodoro Timer. It's a fancy but free timer that's 25 minutes at a time. I'm gonna end on another controversial thing, and this is something that I also offer in my business. Like I do courses, I also offer coaching. But there's a lot of you who might not need to invest even more money in coaching and in strategy. Rather, you need to invest that money into generating more leads for your business. I have an incredible podcast episode that I did with my meta ad person, and she breaks down the basics of what these ads look like, the different types that you can run, and how to get started in it. Something that I have done for a couple of years, and I've talked about actually before, is I was in a mastermind in 2021 that was a total scam, and I wasted so much money on what I thought would be strategy. But when I brought Daria, who is the ad person, I'll have her information linked down below if you're curious, as well as that podcast episode. When she said that you don't need any more coaching, you don't need any more strategy, you know what to do with your business, you need to be bringing more people on your email list, you need to be bringing more leads in the door for your photography business. Let's stop spending money on strategy and people telling you what you already know. Most of us know we need to work on our website. We need to prioritize it. It's just not as exciting and fun to do like planning out Instagram. But it brings me back to that second point of your website is what runs for you 24/7. And that's how you're able to bring in leads, more people from your local area or the areas you want to start booking in the door to your business. And if you're a photographer who's looking to join a kind, encouraging, and inclusive photography community, I encourage you to check out my free Facebook group called Build and Bloom. This is the best place to ask questions about your specific photography business. So whether you need help drafting your response to a difficult client situation, or you want some personalized feedback on the website you're currently working on to launch, because I really want to encourage you guys to get your websites up and running and polished in this new year. I'll have the resources on how you can do it in a weekend linked down below, as well as all the other resources I mentioned here in this video. Build and Bloom is my best free resource. And I've also launched season 3 of the Build and Bloom Photography podcast, available for you to listen and learn wherever you enjoy your podcasts. I believe in you and I believe in your business. Be sure to hit subscribe so you're the first to know when new free videos for your business come out, and I will see you in my next video. Click right here to watch and to learn. I'll see you then.